Okay, what's up ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? Today I'm back with another video. And today's video, we're going to be doing a tier list. But it's not a tier list like the normal tier list. Today we're going to be doing a prediction on who is going to win the Premier League for the 2025 to the 2026 season. And I'm going to go and do my prediction. And then at the end of the season, I can come back to this video and either be like gassed on how accurate I was or be embarrassed of how inaccurate I was. Or inaccurate. Inaccurate is not a word. But before we get into this, leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already. I already done my FPL team for this season, that in another video. But I thought, why not actually give my prediction on who I think is going to win. Now, obviously, this is... I don't know when this video is coming out, but I think the Premier League starts in like 2 weeks. So, it's basically nearly the end of the pre-season. So, I'm going to just do my prediction. I'm going to do bottom to top because I think it is more better because... I think it's more interesting doing that way, because if we do it from the top, it kind of makes it dead. But anyways, let's, without further ado, get into today's video. So, we're on the road to 500 as well. And I know I'm probably going to get a lot of hate for this, so I'm prepared for that. Let's start off with the relegation. Who do I think is getting relegated next, or well, this upcoming season? I'm going to say, having a look at the options, I think one of them's pretty obvious in my eyes. I think Sunderland will get relegated. I think the reason for this is they recently lost one of their best players, Jobe Bellingham, to Dortmund, and I think he was one of their best players, and also because they actually got really lucky to get into the Prem, because they scored like a last minute goal in the like playoff final. So I honestly think they will get around, I'm going to say 20th will be none other than Sunderland. And I did see Sunderland play last season. And the one game I've seen of them, they lose as well. So, yeah. I'm not... By the way, I do not support any Premier League team, so this is going to be just a neutral opinion. There won't be any bias, I promise. Alright, next up, who do I think will also get relegated? Having a look at these teams... I'm gonna... Oh, who do I think could get relegated 19th? Which are these? You know what? So, obviously, I could go... I'm gonna say... Oh, nah, that's... What's a team here that I think could get relegated? Everton's always a team that I think is gonna get relegated, but they never do. Nottingham Forest aren't that bad either. I don't want to go... You know what? Oh no, Fulham's good. Leeds is good. This is difficult, you know, to pick. Burnley. You know what? Burnley, I'm going to say 19th. I know they just got promoted, but honestly, I don't really see them doing that well this season. Like, I know they topped the championship, but, you know, topping the championship doesn't really mean anything, to be honest. And honestly, I think they don't really have... I know they did sign Kyle Walker recently, but honestly, I don't think, you know, they will really do that well. But that just might be my opinion. I might be wrong. Alright, now we're going to go to the 18th position. I think it's between, in my eyes, Fulham, Forest or Leeds. You know what? I'm going to, out of these three... I'm going to say Fulham, 18th. I feel like it's going to be close between them, but I think Fulham's going to end up being 18th. Even though, yes, they do have some good players, I do believe that I don't think they're going to do this well this season. But yeah, I might be wrong. I might look like an idiot at the end of this. Alright, 17th, I think, is going to be where I believe... I already kind of got an idea. I don't know which order, but I think 17th, it will be Leeds. I think Leeds will be lucky, but they won't get relegated. They might be close to at some point, but I think they're going to be 17th. I think 16th will be none other than Nottingham Forest. Controversial opinion, I know, but I honestly believe that I think they will get 16th. As well, I think it's just similar to Leeds. You know what? Another team I'm going to throw in there for the reason that I always think they're going to get relegated every season, but they end up not getting relegated. Everton, I'm going to put 15th. I think that is fair. Everton isn't really the greatest team, and I think most fans know this. They're not really the greatest team. Another one might be a rogue shout, but I'm going to give you a reason why. Where is it? Where is the team I'm thinking of? Brentford. I think there will be... Wait, let me see. 20th, 19th, 18th, 17th, 16th, 14th. Because they recently lost their best player. It was either them or Nottingham Forest. Whoever had Morgan Gibbs White. I think he left. I might be wrong. But I think Brentford is a... I think they're like a mid-table team, in my opinion. So I see them being there. And then one more team. I'm going to... you know what? I'll put... it's either between Palace or Bournemouth, I think, in 13th. Eeny, meeny, miny, moo. I don't know. Because the thing is, I think Crystal Palace are strong with the fact they have Ismaila Sarr, Eze still obviously cooking. Bournemouth. You know what? Actually, yeah. Think about it. Bournemouth, I think, will be 13th. My honest opinion. So far, we got Sunderland at 20th, Burnley at 19th, Fulham at 18th, 17th, we got Leeds, 16th, Nottingham Forest, 15th, Everton, 14th, Brentford, and 13th, Bournemouth. I'm happy with that so far. Here is where it gets interesting now. We got high and mid-table. I just realised we have Wolves here. Nah, they're gonna... I swear, I can't speak English. Alright, so 12th to 8th position. I think this might be easier. Am I just not thinking of Brighton right now? But Brighton aren't that bad of a team, are they? Nah. You know what? I'm going to do it. 12th, I think, will be Crystal Palace. Honest opinion, Crystal Palace. Mid-table team, in my opinion. I think they will get 12th. Might be wrong, but I believe they will get 12th. Yeah. You know what? I'm happy with that. 12th. I would put them 12th. They got Ismaila Sarr. Got decent players. They got Eze. Got Mateta. But they aren't obviously top team. So, you know what? There. Wolves. I think it's difficult between these two. Wolves, another team. They have got, like, to be fair play to Wolves, some of their biggest players are, like, actually decent. A lot of other teams, like, obviously, like, Adama Traore, obviously Diogo Jota, RIP. It was, obviously came from there as well. Like, they've created some great players, and I honestly think they are a strong team in general, and that's why I think they will be 11th. Now we've got the top 10, and these 10 teams are going to be, I think, will be difficult to do. But I think 10th will be Brighton. Brighton is just a definition in my head of, like, mid-table team. Like, a few seasons ago, I would have probably put them in, like, the top 8, but they did lose Joao Pedro. But, to be honest, they're the type of team that I don't know if they're going to have a really good season or a really bad season. But, well, you know what? That's the fun of it. We don't know, is the answer. 9th. Who do I think will be 9th out of these teams? I'm going to throw Aston Villa in there. I know they were in the Champions League, I believe, last season or the season before. It was either out of one European tournament. They are a good team. I'm not throwing them off, but I don't see them getting higher than any of the teams down here. Unless I'm just like not realising how bad West Ham is, because I don't watch West Ham. But I know they got Bowen. So I think for 8th, and I think 8th is going to be either between Newcastle United or West Ham United. Alright, you know what? I'm going to put West Ham at 8th. West Ham at 8th. I think it's fair because Obviously, they didn't really have the greatest season. And to be honest, I see them as a team that gets carried by one player, which is Bowen as well. To be honest, they did lose Kudus. No, they did lose Kudus. Obviously, they still have Bowen. So, you know what? They could cook. You never know. Also, Aston Villa have Emi Martinez. They did, obviously, had Rashford there last season. Didn't really do much. But Aston Villa always, sometimes cook. So, you know, you never know. 7th and 6th place. Oh, let's swap these around. 7th, 6th place. I think 7th, will be Newcastle United. Honest opinion, I think it will be Newcastle. They did win, I think, was it the Carabao Cup? They won their first trophy in ages. Was it against City? Or Liverpool? Was it United? I forgot who they played, but they won. I think it was against Liverpool, I believe. Fair play. They obviously have Isaac, very good player. Newcastle do cook, so, but Isaac could leave. I don't know if he's going to leave for Liverpool or not, so that might change a lot if he does. Because they could go from there to down here if Isaac leaves, because they won't really have a dominant striker. All right, 7th. No, sorry, 6th. I think it will be. I think it's kind of obvious. Actually, I don't know. I think I got my top 4. I think. Do I? I don't know. Do I have my top 4? Because my head, Man United, Tottenham, and actually not top. No, I'm not. This isn't my top 4. I'm just trying to think. Man United or Chelsea. Now, you know what? I'm going to go with my original gut. My gut feeling. Man United will be 6th by the end of the season. They could do really bad because United are, bad. I think that's fair. Because they're the only team in the top 6, I think. Actually, no, that's wrong. Sorry. I was going to say something, but then I realised it's wrong halfway through. Even though they do have some good new signings. Obviously, Rashford went to Barcelona, but they did get Acuna and Bremo. So they could cook. You never know. But we'll have to see. Top 5. 5 to 1. I don't know what order I'll put it in. I'm going to say Chelsea did win the Club World Cup, to be fair. Tottenham did win the Europa League. They're going to get João Pedro, though. Tottenham did lose Son. So for that reason, I'm going to put Tottenham 5th. Chelsea, I'm going to put 4th. So they'll get Champions League football next, I think. 3rd, 1, 2, and 3. They still have Salah. Salah always cooks. I think it will be Arsenal 3rd. Because Arsenal, I think, is one of the best teams in the Prem. They got the players, they got the talent. They got Gyökeres, whatever you say his name, he always cooks. You got Saka, obviously, Odegaard. I see them getting 3rd. I don't think top 2. Now, City or Liverpool? Liverpool won it, I think, last season. But City always cooks, though. Pep Guardiola's football. I think it is also going to be Pep's last season at City. So, they might try to go full out for that. So, I think it's going to be Liverpool 2nd, Man City 1st. I always predict City to win every season, mainly because out of any of these teams, I'd rather it be City than Liverpool, in my opinion. I think so. Let's go through the list: City 1st, Liverpool 2nd, Arsenal 3rd, Chelsea 4th, Tottenham 5th, United 6th, Newcastle 7th, West Ham 8th, 9th is Villa, 10th is Brighton, 11th Wolves, 12th Crystal Palace, 13th Bournemouth, 14th Brentford, 15th Everton, 16th Nottingham, 17th Leeds, 18th Fulham, 19th Burnley, and 20th Sunderland. You know what? I'm happy with that list. I'm going to come back next year and I'm going to see how much of an idiot I was or how much I could. But either way, hope you guys enjoyed. This is my prediction. Don't hate me and leave a like, subscribe.